Doraemon is a show that I used to watch a lot. It's about this robo-cat that comes back from the future and helps this kid out in his day-to-day life through high-tech magical gadgets. When I watched Takopi's Original Sin, the connection to Doraemon didn't instantly click. But after watching it a second time and reading the manga, it became pretty obvious that Takopi's Original Sin is a nightmare version of Doraemon. Takopi's Original Sin is a manga by Kaizen 5 that got adapted into a 6-episode anime. It's about an alien called Takopi that comes to Earth and tries to make a child smile. That's the whole premise. But it's deeper than that. The show is very, I don't want to say depressing because it is depressing, but it's also very sweet in a lot of ways. So I'll say it's very real. And if you have the stomach to handle a bit of morbid content in an anime, I would really recommend giving it a watch. It's only 2.5 hours long, 6 episodes, you'll get through it in no time. But if you don't have the stomach for that, that's okay. I will go over the events of the show in this video. So, episode 1, Takopi lands on Earth in 2016. Meets a girl called Shizuka Kuze. She's in 4th grade, and her life is absolutely terrible. Her dad left her, she's with her mom, who is working as an escort, and she is relentlessly bullied in school. The only thing keeping Shizuka's mental in check in any form is her dog, Chappie. She loves this dog like it is the most important thing on Earth. She feeds Takopi every day for a few days, and Takopi comes to really want to make Shizuka smile. That becomes Takopi's purpose within the first episode. And as viewers, we understand the goal of the anime as this is a little alien creature, kind of like Doraemon, that's goal is to make a child smile. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, she's being bullied, that's fine. It'll be healed. And in fact, the OP of the show really emphasizes that. It makes it seem like the show's about to be cheery, happy. It's a little cute high school anime about how this kid comes to make friends and Shizuka kills herself. Gonna let that hang. Okay, let's rewind. What happened? Well, one day, Shizuka came back from school looking like this, holding Chappie's collar. Takopi, believing that Shizuka had a fight with a friend, gave her the gadget, the magic ribbon of friendship that extends infinitely and never breaks. She didn't use it for friendship. When Takopi stumbles across Shizuka looking like this, he doesn't realize what's happened at first. And it's a truly horrific scene of deep innocence coming across one of the worst tragedies possible. It's only after he knocks her down that he realizes she's dead. He doesn't know what happened. Why would she kill herself? Well, thankfully, we can find out. See, most of Takopi's gadgets are kind of dumb, but there is one gadget that is intrinsic to the plot of this story. The Happy Camera is a camera that takes a picture and allows the user to input that picture back into the camera to go back in time to when that photo was taken. So, Takopi goes back in time, this time with the resolve to find out what happened to Shizuka. And it turns out that as Takopi follows Shizuka over the next few days, the reason is one girl, Marina. She bullies Shizuka to a generational degree. She writes insults on her desk, she throws her stuff away, she literally beats her up, almost stabbing her in the eye with a pen. And she's the one who did something to Chappie. What she did is, on the night before the day that Shizuka killed herself, she followed Shizuka as she was walking Chappie and attacked Shizuka as Chappie was watching. Chappie, of course, tried to bite Marina down, after which Marina called a bunch of people and had Chappie taken away. Probably to be put down. Shizuka will come to believe that Chappie is taken away to the big city and is staying with her dad, but Chappie probably died, and it's because of this girl. So, why is Marina so hateful of Shizuka? Well, you remember how I said her hatred is generational? That was foreshadowing. Marina's mom is incredibly abusive to Marina. And the reason for this is Marina's dad hires Shizuka's mom, the escort. And so Marina takes it out on the only person she can, the child of the escort. And now you see why I say generational. I'm actually really funny and smart and intelligent, and you should subscribe. Now, Takopi attempts to, but completely fails and buffs it at stopping any of this from happening. So Chappie is still taken away. And the day after, Marina tries to beat Shizuka up. Takopi, watching this and feeling some degree of desire to intervene and stop this, as flashbacks of Shizuka and Chappie and everything flash through Takopi's mind, he lunges in an attempt to gently tap Marina into stopping. He taps a little too hard and kills her. Takopi kills a child. Doraemon never did that. Marina is dead. But it's okay. We have the happy camera, right? The happy camera can let us go back in time to when Marina wasn't dead. Don't worry, let's just turn it back. It's broken. Takopi killed someone with the happy camera and now it broke. That's a crazy metaphor. But hey, at least Shizuka is smiling now. Well, fuck. These two just killed another child. What do? Well, it's obvious. They walk away. They don't do anything. They don't try to do anything. They walk away. And they might have gotten away with it if not for this meddling kid. Introducing Naoki Azuma. This is not the actual first time he's been introduced in the show. He's existed in the first 2 episodes. He's been trying and failing to help Shizuka a number of times. And all we know about him is that he is the class prefect and he is generally on Shizuka's side. But now he sees Takopi and also a dead body. And he tells them to turn themselves in because no one's going to believe that Shizuka has a alien friend who killed Marina, which is fair enough. But, Shizuka asks Naoki, could he please help, please? And he falls in love. What, that doesn't make sense? Okay, that sounds insane because it slightly is. But there is good reason. You see, Naoki is a man and Shizuka looks like his mom. Fuck nah. Naoki, like all the other children in this show, is also a broken child. In line with the stereotypes of Asian mothers, Naoki's mother is a doctor that runs a clinic in the village. And Naoki's older brother is just perfect. Gets perfect grades and everything, and is funny and cool and awesome. Unfortunately for Naoki, he's not those things. He tries his best, but can never get 100% on his scores. And he never gets his mom's love because his mother's love has always been conditional, based on the prerequisite that Naoki meets her expectations. So Naoki's never had any real love for most of his life. But now is a second chance. This girl, who looks like his mom, is trusting him, is asking for his help, is having expectations of him. If he can achieve this job perfectly, he can be loved. Thus, he gets roped into hiding a child's dead body. These are 4th graders, so it's okay for them to be stupid. And Takopi is less than a 4th grader. It's like a toddler. It's like it's a zygote. The plan they come up with is to hide Marina's body within a preservation capsule that makes it look like she just died. And also for Takopi to impersonate Marina using one of his gadgets. And then also hang out with them a bunch. Terrible, terrible plan. But it does give us more insight into Marina's home affairs. And while it paints a more clear picture of the arguments between Marina's mom and dad, it also gives us a bit more nuance into Marina's mom. As Takopi spends more time in Marina's household, he does some things that Marina would just never do. Due to a minor slight, she hits Takopi, who's pretending to be Marina, but soon after, she falls down, crying, and begging for her child back because she realizes that Takopi is not Marina. This really impacts Takopi. It's the first time that he's realized that taking a life is a big deal. With this newfound revelation, Takopi attempts to ask Shizuka and Naoki if maybe they should tell the truth. And the police found out. Shizuka is investigated. Maybe someone in 5th grade could have seen this coming. Okay, not to insult the intelligence of literal children anymore. While Takopi has been impersonating Marina, Takopi, Naoki, and Shizuka have been hanging out a bunch, planning a trip in the summer to go to Tokyo to see Chappie, who Shizuka still believes is alive and with her father, who lives there. And Shizuka has become somewhat obsessive about Chappie and going to Tokyo. Everybody in Shizuka's life who she has believed in and trusted has let her down. The only one who hasn't is Chappie. And this has become a sort of obsession for Shizuka, where this is the only thing that matters now. And we see this come into full fruition when, after Shizuka is asked to go to the station over the summer, she asks Naoki something crazy. She asks him to turn himself in for her. That also never happened in Doraemon. Naoki's mental is also not doing well. The stress of having killed someone and trying to cover it up is a lot. Planning to go to Tokyo over the summer for a 4th grader has also been a lot. All of this stress has weighed down on him, and his grades have tanked. This, unfortunately, when seen by his mother, leads to her fully giving up on him. And this becomes his breaking point. The only person he feels he has any ability to gain love from anymore is Shizuka. And, well, she asked him to do this. So that's how well that's going. Naoki is mentally broken and about to exit the house with the evidence and confess to the police when someone stops him. You remember how I said nobody in Naoki's life loves him anymore? Well, you remembered wrong, because I never said that. That's not the line I said anywhere. But now I'm saying it now, and it's not true. There is one person who has loved Naoki the whole time unconditionally and still loves him. His brother. The person that Naoki has been competing against this whole time actually just loves the guy. And Naoki breaks down with his brother. And the love that his brother shows him pulls him back at the last moment. So Shizuka's on the run. Yep. Also, it never happened in Doraemon. I don't think. Actually, it might have. No, there's a lot of movies. I'm sure they've been on the run from the police at some point. All that's left for Shizuka is Chappie. Naoki's abandoned her now. Kind of, not really. I mean, he was gonna... come on. That's just not giving yourself up to the police for you. But in Shizuka's mind, Naoki has abandoned her. And all that's left is to go see Chappie in Tokyo. So they go. She walks up to her dad's house. She rings the bell. She waits. And out comes her dad. Oh my god. And, there's a child. There's another child on his shoulder. Shit. And a second child comes running out. And another dog that isn't Chappie? Yeah, Shizuka's not doing well. Shizuka's not doing great. This becomes Shizuka's breaking point, unsurprisingly. And she practically assaults Takopi for even suggesting that they just go home. Now, during this beating, Takopi remembers something. There's been a bit of a mystery in the last few episodes. There was a point at which Takopi said, for some reason, he can't remember why, but he can't go back to Planet Happy. And that reason becomes clear in episode 5. You see, 2016 is not the first time Takopi landed on Earth. The first time Takopi landed on Earth was 2022. And I know when I say that, 2022 is after 2016. But no, hear me out. This makes sense. Time travel shit is weird. In this timeline, Takopi is not found by Shizuka. He's found by Marina. And Takopi attempts to make Marina smile. You see, her life has gotten even more shit in this timeline. She's got a huge scar on her cheek that her mother gave her. Her dad left her mom, and her mom is now addicted to alcohol. Whoa. It's also COVID. It's not really important for any of the plot, but it's COVID. Takopi attempts to do his best to help, and he does so by finding her a boyfriend. And he succeeds. They find Naoki. The boyfriend's Naoki. They don't have time to introduce a 4th character. Come on. So Naoki and Marina start dating, and this does solve a lot of her problems. Her mom begins to like Marina more because she's gotten a boyfriend, because her mom, in addition to being abusive, is sexist. Her mom dresses herself up, prepares this whole spread of food for the first time that Marina brings Naoki home. Unfortunately, you know how Shizuka dies in episode 1 by hanging herself? Well, in the original timeline, where Takopi doesn't intervene and give her an unbreakable ribbon, the rope snaps. She doesn't die. And she just came back to high school. And guess who sees her? Naoki. And guess who's still got mommy issues? Naoki. And guess who breaks up with Marina? Naoki. So Marina's fucked. Marina tells her mom that she and Naoki broke up, and her mom, hearing this, she tries to kill Marina, and Marina kills her back in self-defense. Takopi comes and sees all this and doesn't understand, but he hears Marina saying to herself, if only I killed Shizuka in 4th grade, and just takes that as gospel and zooms off to Planet Happy to break the rules and travel back in time to kill Shizuka. Yeah, that's why he came back. That's why he came to 2016, to kill Shizuka, which he succeeded in, to be fair. But you see, when you travel back in time, you lose your memories. So he didn't know. Takopi comes back to the place that he first met both Shizuka and Marina. Shizuka also comes back to the same spot after having, I think, kidnapped her dad's new kids and then let them go. But she and Takopi get into a big fight. And here is when I think the true message of the show shines. In this fight, Takopi is taking a massive beating, and Shizuka continuously asks him what was she supposed to do in these situations in which she is just a child that has been wronged by the world. And Takopi says, I don't know. But he listens. He hears her. He hears every word. He tries to understand. He doesn't know the answers, but he listens. And that snaps Shizuka out of it. Shizuka breaks down crying and hugs Takopi. The following sequence, to me, is almost perfect as an ending to the show. Shizuka and Takopi walk for a while in tears, until Takopi decides it upon himself that there is a way to fix it, to make Shizuka smile, or at least to attempt to. Takopi can sacrifice himself to use the happy camera one last time. And so he does, sending Shizuka back to before everything happened, completely forgetting about Takopi. Things play out as normal, but when Shizuka and Marina have a big fight, Shizuka's notebook gets thrown open, and on it, there's a drawing of Takopi. Marina sees this, Shizuka sees this, and they both break down. Years later, we see them both in junior high, making a reference to one of Takopi's gadgets at the same time, before being confused on why they both knew what it was. This is, to me, an almost perfect ending. The message at the end of the rainbow for the show is talking is happiness. Listening is happiness. It is through listening that we can heal each other. Well-intentions, when mixed with willful ignorance, cause incredible harm. But well-intentions mixed with attempts to walk out of ignorance, attempts to listen, attempts to talk, bring about incredible good. And that message is something that I feel is incredibly resonant and really important in these times, but in all times. And so, the show's really good. Go watch it. But there's a few caveats, okay? It's not perfect. We never got the exposition that we got for Marina's mom with Shizuka's mom. Hell, we got more of Naoki's mom than we got of Shizuka's mom. Which is fine, she's not a main character, but she is important and I would have liked to see more, but that's a minor gripe. One of my major gripes is that Naoki just didn't get to complete his character arc. While both Marina and Shizuka got each other and a full character arc, the only thing we see of Naoki is that he makes friends in school, but that's not what his arc is about. His arc is about his brother, and we just don't see him with his brother. It's really frustrating, because the last line that Naoki has practically in the whole show, before Takopi sends things back in time, is to tell Takopi to, if he ever sees him again, tell him to fight with his brother more. And that why have that line if that's not gonna happen? The only other gripe I have is a really minor one of it feels a little contrived that the notebook flips open to the exact page of Takopi's drawing. I can believe that there's a happy planet with happy aliens or happyans and they have happy futuristic gadgets, but you want me to believe a notebook flipped open to an exact specific page all on its own without a marker? Come on. That's a little too far here. But none of these are to say that the show is in any way, shape, or form bad. It's not. It's really, really, really good. You should go watch the show. It's incredible. The character writing is rich, the character interactions are real and tough and painful, and it leaves you with a bittersweet feeling, but that's mostly sweet to me. But yeah, that's Takopi's Original Sin. It's really good. Go watch it. Peace. Oh, wait, what's that? Bang. Wall bang. Subscribe.